Everyone, welcome to this episode of MedTech Minis. I'm your host, Susie Ingwall, and I am super excited today because I get to talk to Dr. Chogle, who is one of my favorite physicians of all time from Children's Hospital of Orange County. Welcome, Dr. Chogle. It's so good to see you.
Nice to see you as well, Susie. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you here because not only do I get to talk to you, but we also get to talk to you about CareXR, which I have been following your journey from the very, very beginning of time. And I would love to tell everybody more about it. So let's just dive right in. Tell us a little bit about what your inspiration was behind CareXR, and then we'll get into the tech.
So, Susie, my inspiration for CareXR came from the fact that when I was seeing patients in clinic, especially the families with children with medical devices recently placed in the body, the families were very anxious and very stressed about taking care of these kids. I used to hear things such as, oh, we just want to go back to the hospital because the nurses were taking care of the devices and we are really not comfortable taking care of those devices at home. A few moms had even told me that, I'm scared that I might kill my child or introduce an infection through these medical devices. And just that anxiety and the angst, which I saw in these parents, I thought, what can I do to help them? And that's where the idea of CareXR came, where I said, let me give them a solution that reduces their anxiety, improves their confidence to take care of their own children, and empowers them with the correct skills, the skills that are evidence-based. They're not just skills acquired by watching a random YouTube video, but these are this is the right medical knowledge that we would like to impart them so that they can take care of their children in a very safe way.
I love that. And, I'm a mom, that. And so for me, my child's grown now, but even if he had a device today, I had to help him take care of, I would be filled with anxiety and panic. So I love that you created this platform. So tell us a little bit about what you created.
So what we have created is twofold. One is a virtual reality experience or a set of modules on virtual reality platforms. The second thing is a mobile-based platform with similar content. And each of these platforms have procedural animations. They have videos by expert nurses, bedside nurses who have years of experience. And then, of course, the hands-on training in the virtual environment as well as the mobile-based environment. And what it does, it provides an immersive setting, especially in the virtual reality app, for repeatable evidence, which is evidence-based, which is in various languages. It is suitable for all literacy levels. And the mobile app, especially, when parents go home with the app, it provides them with an avenue to go back to the education. It's not a one-time education that you had by the bedside and the nurse is done with you, you've been discharged, but then what happens if you forget what was taught? So it provides the parents to go back and learn what they have forgotten. The app also provides a platform for continuous support for those medical devices where they are able to communicate back with the medical team in certain circumstances. And one unique factor is that it provides the ability for the extended caregivers, say the aunt, grandmom, sister, brother, who's capable of taking care of the patient to be trained to take care of that patient. Because a lot of these people are not able to come to the hospital and get trained. And the parents are not always at home. A lot of parents, especially around here in California or specifically Orange County, are working. So the caregivers are not always the parents, and they are not trained to take care of the patient. I've had one mom who told me that she's never attended parties or social events because she didn't trust anyone to take care of her child because they are not trained. Right? Yeah. So I think those are the circumstances which made me think that, okay, beyond the training that we give parents at bedside, we should provide them with some tools so that they are able to do the same thing at home.
You're absolutely right. Even as an adult, you go to the doctor, they tell you to do something. And by the time you get home, you're like, what did they say to do? When am I supposed to take this medication? What does the paperwork say? And I think you're right, that level of anxiety just increases. And, I know with pediatrics, oftentimes if they go home with a device, they end up readmitted because parents go home and they get nervous. They, I don't want to clean this tracheostomy. What happens if it gets infected? And when they're able to repeat that process at the bedside before they ever take their child home, and now you've got this companion app, it's so huge. I'm so excited for this. I feel like every pediatric hospital needs to have this in their hospital. And you guys already did a pretty good job of training parents, but you don't have unlimited nurse time to stand next to a parent and go over it with them 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And now the parent can take charge of it and practice as much as they want. So I'm a huge fan. Where are you at now? You're on market right now with a certain number of modules, correct?
Yes, we are in market with a lot of modules. In fact, our modules are available on Beats Marketplace.
Nice.
We are also in the App Store with the mobile app. We are currently conducting research studies on the multiple modules. One of the studies on gastric tubes is almost done. We are about to launch a study for PICC lines. We are conducting this studies at Children's Hospital of Orange County. And the PICC line study especially is going to be huge because that really provides data for safety of PICC lines, especially in the outpatient setting, in the ambulatory setting, which is not commonly done. So this is going to be one of the first studies which will be looking at that using our platform.
That's fantastic. I'm so excited. And it sounds like you've had good feedback from the parents that you've spoken with as well, right?
Oh, they absolutely love it. I mean, I've had one parent who had a previous child, an older child with a medical device, and their second child, younger child, now was offered a medical device, and we came to their bedside with the virtual reality headsets, and they loved it. They said, "I wish we had it when our first child had the medical device. This would have been so helpful." So that was, justification of our passion and our efforts to develop this platform, and that is what gives us joy, just the happiness that we see on parents' faces.
That makes me so happy. I mean, this touches everything. It's about keeping your child well, patient satisfaction, caregiver satisfaction, reducing readmissions. Like there's a whole litany of reasons that every hospital should have this. So how do people, if someone wants to reach out to you about this, how do they get a hold of you?
So they can reach out through carexr.org. That's the website for the platform. And then plus you can find us on the Beats Marketplace.
Perfect. And I will make sure that I have both of those email addresses listed at the end of this presentation. But thank you so much for joining us today. This has been fabulous. And I am so excited to see CareXR take off.
Thank you, Susie. It was lovely talking to you.
Everyone, welcome.